Virgo, how are you? I'm Danielle. Welcome to Moonlight Intuition. This is going to be a general reading for you. And if there are messages that resonate with you, please like the video. I'm a newer channel, so all these little things help the channel grow. So I really appreciate it. And if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, I will be posting weekly readings every week. So if you want to keep up with what you're seeing right now, please subscribe. And if you'd like a personal reading with me, all the info for that is in the description box below. Now, we had a full moon in your sign on the weekend. Ooh. Did it kick your ass or what, Virgo? Okay, we have the Four of Wands reversed. We have the Ten of Swords reversed. And we have the King of Wands reversed. Okay, I mean, Virgo, the full moon. If you didn't know, we had a full moon in your sign over the weekend on like Saturday. And so, oh, there's like a big garbage truck going by and it distracted me. I was like, attention span of a bobby pin. So, okay, the full moon in your sign, what full moons do, they illuminate, it's like a spotlight. Picture what a full moon looks like. It's like a spotlight and it shines a light on our shadow. And Virgo, you're kind of ruled, you're the archetype of the maiden, if you will. It's very much like, you know, I always say Virgo is like the earthiest of all the earth signs because it's like the maiden. You're like the wheat harvest. You like plant the seeds in the ground. From that, the wheat grows. From that, you take the wheat, turn it into flour. From that, you turn the flour into bread, and then the bread is to feed the body. It's like everything happens on the earth plane. You know what I mean? It's like nothing is like, I'm going to imagine this into existence. It's all very earth. And it's like you're kind of a human doing. And you're here to really look at like structures and society and like, or systems and add like structure and order to things, right? And now, but your opposing sign of Pisces, which is the current season we're in. So it's like when we had your full moon, it's like the perfect, that axis is kind of like those two energies come together. So as much as you're human doing, Pisces is human being. Pisces is like mystical, watery. It's like underwater. It's like, I am the universe. I am everything. And it's all about our inner realms, right? And these two energies really need each other to balance each other out. So with Virgo, again, that full moon shining a spotlight on your shadow, when Virgo is in its shadow, it can come out as very like critical, nitpicky, you know, perfectionism, controlling. And these are all just illusions, which is very Pisces energy, right? And so it's kind of a call to you right now. You might be feeling, or maybe you did, or maybe it illuminated, or maybe you had aha moments over the weekend of like, okay, maybe it got tough and then you kind of saw clarity about certain things. Because Virgo, when you start becoming, when that shadow shows itself, I always tell Virgos, like, you should name that inner critic. And the inner critic, it's not a judgment. It's like every sign has its thing. We're all human beings. And I think astrology is so beautiful in that way that it like highlights, we all have our kind of thing to overcome or not, or to bring to light or not. The choice is ours. We all have free will. But for you, there's something about maybe this, like the Four of Wands. I mean, I really love the Four of Wands. It's such a, I mean, look at it. It's like everything. It's the wands represent fire, but this card, it's like beautiful, self-contained. It's happiness, it's success, it's partnership, it's a happy home. It's like the sun is shining, it's everything. Now this being reversed, maybe it's like you're feeling a sense of lack, or that like something should have gone a certain way in your life and it did not. Or maybe even right now that you're like, why isn't this going the way it's meant to be going? And it's making me feel fucking crazy, right? And that's okay. Because it's like if you feel this inner critic and this perfectionism and this kind of controlling and looking out there and being like, why did this, like, why isn't this way? I had this plan. I feel like Virgos, I mean, I'm going to go out on a limb. Like the pandemic and everything was nuts and it still is. It's like the world is, it is what it is, right? And I think maybe for Virgos, it's been especially discombobulating a little bit because, you know, I think the illusion of control and like perfectionism was very strong with you because that is your shadow, right? So it's like kind of coming to terms with like, okay, what can I control? And this is how you come back into balance, dear Virgo. It's like this, the Ten of Swords is the element of air. Some people look at this card and they're like, oh, but I actually really like this card. Because the tens mark the end of a cycle. And this is like the end of a painful cycle, right? And sometimes it's like, you know, look at these swords directly in this person's body. It's like, when we're like out there, and like Virgo, you really are, you rule the physical body, you rule health, you rule digestion. It's like really, and like your intuition lives in your body too. So the more you're like out there and being like that perfectionism, that controlling, that criticizing, that, you know, and that could be to yourself, to others, everybody, whether it's just in your head or out loud or whatever, the out of balanceness can usually come because you're not, the true kind of, for you to truly be of service to the world how you're meant to, because it really is kind of your purpose here. It really is to help the world be a more efficient place, is to first organize the structure and the system of your physical body. Okay. And this is how, like, even now, look, this is not medical advice at all, but it's like, I'm literally also speaking from experience. When we're ignoring, like when we're like out there, it's like literally like diseases can start to develop in the body. And I'm more saying that as not to scare you or to be like, this is my medical opinion. It's just like me having my own human experience because it happened to me. I mean, 5 years ago, 5 years ago anyway. I kind of love that. I forgot I used to be like, I'm going to celebrate this near-death anniversary every year. But yeah, I had blood clots. I almost died. And I had a pain in my leg, like 15 out of 10 pain for like 4 months. And I ignored it. I just pushed through. I'm good. I'm fine. And it's like, I'm fine. I was in like 3 acting classes. I was taking stand-up comedy. I was waitressing like 5 nights a week. I was doing this. I was going to the gym. I was running on a treadmill with like a blood clot this big in my leg. It was in my lungs. And it's like, and I feel like Virgo, you also too can have that very stoic, and you do. It's like you have a very, like, your shit together. Like that's kind of, but like you do, but it's also a front. It's like both. I think you really do have your shit together and you really do see things, how they could be more efficient, but it's like things don't always work the way we want them to, right? And it's so when you're kind of out there a lot, it's to be like, okay, I'm feeling out of whack. I'm pissed off. I want to freak out on everybody. Why the fuck are they behaving this way? Why are you being this way? It's to really come back to be like, okay, the system that I am meant to be structuring first and foremost is my physical body. How is my health? And so it's like the attention to detail that you have in the outer world is first meant to be occurring in your inner world, right? Because it's like, if you're not in balance, it's almost like you're not going to bring any order or structure or like be of, you know, efficient service, because if you're running on empty and you're imbalanced, it's not, it's just the shadow being like, I feel fucked, so I'm just going to like do what I know what to do. And I'm going to try and like fix everything and control everything and blah, 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 blah. But that's the good news. I think our shadow is a gift. And each sign has a specific shadow and there's a specific way to spot it. And for you, it's kind of this perfectionism, the nitpickiness, the kind of controlling, the like, and that irritation. Like a Virgo's inner world, as much as you're like stoic, have it together, you show the fuck up, you're grounded. It's like internally, you can be having an entire other experience, right? That can also be harming your physical body, right? And so this card, the King of Wands reversed, I think you are meant to be a King of Wands. Like the Wands is the element of fire. And again, like this, it's like action, taking action, and it's the master of its suit. Like the king in any, it doesn't matter male or female, whatever, but it's like the king in any suit in tarot is kind of like the master of its suit. And you really are meant to be like the master of taking action, I think, right? But it's like it being reversed, I think is a sign to kind of backpedal a bit and be like, okay, what is even going on? Right? It's like out there, it's like to take a hot minute, and this will be probably throughout your life, but these things get easier. When we look at our shadow, it comes up less and we can pick it up faster and we can get into balance faster. We all have our thing, but it's like kind of to become the true master of taking action, you got to go in, and that's that Pisces energy. That's your opposing sign, right? And so it's so beautiful. I love astrology. I know some people are like, astrology. I'm like, I think it's fucking amazing. And it's like so beautiful and metaphorical, and the life lessons and the wisdom in it is so powerful. And you are like, you're ruled by in tarot, you're ruled by the hermit. So deep down, it's like you have an inner wisdom like no one else does, right? Deep, 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 old soul, right? And so, but how can you access that inner wisdom if you're never going inward, right? And like you are meant to, it's like you have quiet, like Virgos, you have like a quiet power, right? But it's like if you're always going out there, that quiet power is just like a waste. It's like, it's just there. It's like, and then you waste your energy every day. We only have so much energy in a day. So if you're wasting it, it's like you're kind of, like if you have like 0 and there's like energy and negative, you're just kind of getting yourself into the negative. Then maybe you wake up the next day and you're like, okay, -5. Then you go, oh, I'm -20 again. Then maybe the next day you're at like +5. Then like down. It's like to make sure you're always in balance. Because yeah, you do have, again, a quiet power to you that no one else has. And yeah, it starts with attention to detail on the most important system and structure here, you, your body, your health, okay? And then it's like with that, again, because like your intuition lives in your body. That wisdom is in your body. It's in your bones. It's in your stomach. It's in your, you know, so you want to be able to access that and hear that and know what to take action on next, instead of just always being like, I feel fucked, so I'm just going to do this. I'm going to try and control. I'm going to tell this person what to do. I'm going to reorganize everything that this person already did. I could have done it better, right? It's like, and I say this with love. We all have our things. And I think it's beautiful. And I think it's like you are entering a powerful place. And I think it's like, I think specifically the journey that Virgo is on is to see that like the plan, not going to plan. Like I think maybe you had a plan and maybe you still kind of do, and it's like seeing that it's like, okay, the plan did not go as well. That it's like to see that this inner peace, this self-contained fire is you. It's within you. And then you can then step out into the world from such a grounded, strong, quiet, power, knowing place, like wisdom from like lifetimes ago, possibly, and truly be of service and help the world be a more efficient place in the true, genuine way that you are meant to. I love you, Virgo. I wish you such a magical day, and thank you for being here.